Do I look like anybody that would split anything?
So you guys broke up at that point because
No, this is the question. Do I look like I would go 50-50 on bills?
no.
Okay. So yeah, that was ridiculous. But he addressed that too though. I don't even know why that even became a thing. Yeah, that was never an issue in our relationship, but it was definitely a rumor on the internet. But no, there's no bill splitting. But I think that to each his own. If people like to split their bills with their man, I think that's what you should do. I don't do that.
Travis Kelce may be getting married to Taylor Swift, but his ex Kayla Nicole has just made the internet go crazy with her shady actions. This triangle is already looking messy with vague posts and strong claims that she's the one who made him the superstar he is today. People want to think this engagement is a perfect fairy tale, but it's not. It's a lot of drama just waiting to happen. The second she posted about getting engaged on Instagram, Taylor and Travis shut down the timeline. We're talking numbers that have never been seen before. It got more than 30 million likes in no time. Fans of Taylor Swift were crying like it was a royal coronation. Fans of the NFL were yelling like it was the Super Bowl. And everyone in the world watched their so-called fairy tale moment. But while everyone else was having fun, Kayla Nicole, the ex who had Travis for 5 years, was typing up smoke. When she hit post, the mood changed from dreamy romance to messy reality. And just to be clear, Kayla isn't just an old flame. She was with Travis through the highs and lows, the scandals and the hard work, only to see Taylor step in at the end and take the crown. In a flash, 5 years of love and loyalty were gone. People are going crazy on the internet right now, saying this isn't a love story at all. It's like a soap opera happening right now. One comment said it best: Kayla made the man. Taylor just got married to the brand. This feels like a betrayal that is cold. Let's talk about the rumor that keeps going around that 50% of people believe it. The internet promised Kayla, even though Travis Kelce is a millionaire in the NFL, Nicole had to pay half of the bills. Kayla replied, "Do I look like someone who would ever pay half of the bills?" And she's right. She is beautiful and not at all average. But the rumor stuck, and now people are bringing it up again. Why? Travis is treating Taylor Swift like a queen, which is why. Love from the public, gifts that never stop, and now a huge engagement ring. There was a rumor that they said you stopped bothering them at one point because of 50/50. Oh, the paying for things. The 50/50 split, yes, the rumor about 50/50. What was the deal with that? Yes, do I look like someone who would break something so you two broke up at that point? Because wow. No, this is what fans are asking. Kayla had to pay her own bills, but Taylor gets a royal treatment. People on the internet are calling it starter wife energy. Kayla is the practice and Taylor is the finished product. And don't forget that rumors about Travis cheating on Kayla went around for years. There was no proof, but the claims never went away. Kayla's fans think that she was loyal to him for 5 years, only to be replaced by the better version of Travis that Taylor gets now. Oh, it's the most common story. She held him down through the hard work, but someone else gets the credit. And here's the twist that has everyone talking. Many people think that Kayla Nicole turned Travis Kelce into the person he is today. They say she changed the way he looked, improved his style, cleaned up his image, and gave him that superstar vibe. She was there for the building years, but Taylor Swift is the one making money off of it now, and that hurts. This is where things really start to heat up. Social media is saying what everyone knows. Travis dated a black woman for a long time and relied on her while he was still climbing, but when it came time to get married, he chose a white woman. That feels like betrayal to a lot of people, not just Kayla. It's a pattern people say they've seen 100 times before. People are saying that the black woman gets through the hard times and then the man changes teams when he gets better. He doesn't have to explain why he's only dated women of color and black women and is now engaged to a white woman. The problem is that you all are so quick to blame black men and think that white men, especially rich white men, will save you. But not everyone agrees. A lot of people are saying, look, it's not that deep. He and Kayla were together for 5 years. It didn't work out. He is now with someone else. That's how life is. And just like that, the internet was split in two. One side yelled betrayal, and the other side yelled compatibility. And just when the drama couldn't get any worse, Kayla herself poured gasoline on the fire. On the same day that the news of her engagement broke, she posted a mysterious message that had everyone trying to figure out what she meant. Joy is not the same as happiness, she wrote. You can get happiness at 7-Eleven. Fans were sure she was throwing shade with that one line, and the timing couldn't have been better. Kayla's post went on. There was a second line with it, but you have to earn, practice, and live through joy on its own. On the surface, it looked like cute, encouraging words, but the timing said it all. Everyone knew what it was. Shade with a big S. Fans tore it apart in seconds. Some people called it a classy shade. Some people made fun of her for pretending to be fine. And a lot of people just said, girl, you pressed. Let's be honest, if you were really okay, you wouldn't be posting at the same time your ex says he's getting married to Taylor Swift, would you? And that's when the dragging really got out of hand. People started posting old videos of Kayla saying things like, pay me if you want me to cook or clean. Critics suddenly changed the story. You wanted the benefits of being a wife, but not the responsibilities. Do I look like I would split the bills with you? What's wrong with that? All right, that was really dumb, yes. But he also talked about that. I don't even know why people thought that was a good idea. That was never a problem in our relationship, but it was definitely a rumor on the internet. Taylor Swift, on the other hand, is one of the richest and most powerful women in the world. Fans say she would still be there for Travis if he asked her to. That's what people keep yelling about. People say Taylor gives his wife energy, but Kayla's critics say she was giving off bad vibes on Instagram instead. That's why they think Travis switched. It wasn't only about love, it was about stability, how things look, and how well they get along in the long run. And here's the hard truth. Travis Kelce has won the Super Bowl 3 times, is a global face of the NFL, and is now forever linked to one of the most powerful women in the world. He has built an empire, made his brand bigger, and improved his whole image. Kayla, she's beautiful. That's something everyone can agree on, but critics are quick to say that her podcast doesn't get a lot of listeners. Her brand isn't doing as well as it used to. Her name only gets popular when Travis's name is in the mix. That's how the internet is framing it, though. It's chilly, but let's be honest. That's what the internet says. Kayla, people say that Nicole's fame is fading fast now that she's not with Travis Kelce. And this is the harsh difference. Travis was never important to Taylor Swift, not his money, not his power, not even his fame. She already had 10 times that, but she still picked him. Fans think their relationship is so strong because of this. On the other hand, Kayla made it clear from the start what she would and wouldn't do, and at some point, Travis called that bluff. And in the court of public opinion, it didn't work. The truth is that this is hard. The pretty girl or the fun girl isn't always the one you want to be with forever. And that's exactly what the world is watching happen right now. But the drugging didn't stop there. It got worse. People on the internet started to compare Kayla to other women who dated famous men, but lost them to even more famous men. The comments were mean. She keeps getting L's. Before the upgrade, she will always be the one. It was awful to see the internet make fun of her pain. That's how social media is. One day you're the main character that everyone loves and talks about, and the next day you're just a meme that people laugh at. But this is where Kayla tried to change things and take charge. She opened up about why she won't stay quiet, even when everyone else tells her to, on her podcast, The Pregame. Today, I talked to some of my friends and they all said they felt bad for Kayla Nicole. He did something bad to her. No lies, no tea, no shade. Their relationship is bad. She said, I'm sensitive. I'm upset. I want to clear my name. I want to talk about it. She made it clear that this wasn't about getting attention. It was about taking back her story before the world completely erased her voice. Kayla Nicole has been publicly fighting back against the stories. She put an end to the rumors that she was 50/50 on the Unapologetically Angel podcast. She said, do I look like someone who would split anything? With a lot of confidence in her voice. Then she went back on what she said and added that Travis had already talked about it, saying it was never a problem in their relationship. Kayla says that rumor is dead on arrival, but the drama didn't end there. We saw a different side of her on Special Forces World's Toughest Test. Kayla got upset and cried as she talked about how hard it was to be compared to Taylor Swift all the time. She said, I just get a lot of because he's dating a huge star. It never stops. I could write about how the sky is blue and people would talk about their ex and their new life. That constant comparison didn't just annoy her, it hurt her deeply and made her doubt her own worth. She said it made her question how much she was worth as a person. And if that wasn't sad enough, she also told how she dealt with it at the time. She would sometimes stay quiet, hoping the storm would pass. But she said, when I talk about things, people think I'm doing it for attention. All she ever wanted was to talk about her life and her truth, she said. But the world turned it into a way to get power. But the most important thing is that she showed that man that she would do anything to stay with him. And he let her, because why wouldn't he? So if you let a man do whatever he wants, you shouldn't be surprised when then came the shocking news about the engagement. Kayla posted that mysterious Tracee Ellis Ross quote about joy versus happiness right when Taylor and Travis's news went viral. It was about staying grounded, finding peace, and remembering how important she was to herself. Fans thought it was another well-timed clapback, a way to throw shade while pretending to be calm. The million-dollar question is now in the air. Is Kay Nicole really done disappearing for good? Or is she secretly planning her next big comeback while everyone else thinks she's out of ideas? Let's be honest, Kayla Nicole knows exactly how this game works. One viral TikTok, one new mystery man who grabs headlines, or one messy public appearance, and she's back on top of the blogs. She's not just an ex-girlfriend that no one remembers. She has a platform, she knows a lot of people, and most importantly, she knows how to use social media like a pro. Even now, every time she posts a simple quote, people on the internet connect it to Travis and Taylor right away. That's strength. Power that is messy, but still power. And if we look at the bigger picture, we can see that heartbreak can lead to a whole new era. He knows who he is loyal to. He doesn't owe Kayla Nicole or the pressure of Herma black women who think they are attractive to other races besides black men. Take a look at Tiara. She was once torn apart after Future, but now she's living a fairy tale with Russell Wilson. Angela Simmons went from being stuck in messy plots to having a successful glow up that changed her image. Kourtney Kardashian, who was always seen as Scott Dick's long-suffering ex, completely changed her life when she started dating Travis Barker. So why not Kayla? She has the looks, the name recognition, and the social media skills to make the same kind of change. It's not a matter of whether she can do it, it's a matter of when and how. But here's the problem. Right now, she's stuck in that awkward box where people call her the one who got left behind. And let's be honest, no one wants to be in that role forever. If she's smart, she'll turn this so-called loss into a strong next chapter. It could be a new job, a new relationship, or a new name for the company. But if she keeps posting vague Instagram captions and throwing shade at people without saying who they are, people will stop paying attention quickly. And once the internet moves on, it's hard to get them back. Now, let's really talk about dating, because if Kayla Nicole started dating someone as famous as Travis, or even more famous, it would be a mess. Imagine this. She's on the court with an NBA star, or walking down the red carpet with a rapper who is at the top of the charts. The internet wouldn't just talk, it would blow up. The story would change from Kayla, the ex, to Kayla, the upgrade overnight. Put in some effort. I believe that joy and happiness are not the same thing. I think you can get happiness at 7-Eleven, but joy is something you have to work for and practice to get. I think joy has legs. People would have to rewrite the script, and all of a sudden, she's not the one who is left behind. She is the one who is getting better. But until that day comes, the internet keeps using her as a placeholder. That's where the double standard really shows its ugly side. Travis can move on, ask Taylor Swift to marry him, and all of a sudden he's seen as a romantic, loyal husband who is all grown up. People call Kayla bitter, petty, or desperate every time she posts a quote about joy. We've seen this same pattern happen over and over again with famous women. If they move on too quickly, they're just trying to get attention. If they don't move on at all, they are bitter exes. You can't win this game. And that's why so many people, especially Black women, are supporting Kayla. They see the pattern, because they see the double standards, and they know that this story isn't just about one woman. It's about how society treats women like her. That's it. That doesn't mean Kayla is perfect. She has had her ups and downs, things people said that made them angry, actions that made her seem like she fit the stereotype of an influencer. But even with that, the dragging she's getting seems way too much. No, I don't feel sorry for her. She wanted to be a wag at the end of the day. She let him make her pay for half of everything to show that she wasn't just in it for the money. She put up with the cheating, which is something that happens all the time. People are treating Travis like a hero in a love story, but Kayla is being cast as the bad guy in a soap opera she never even tried out for. And that imbalance is what keeps this whole thing going. But Travis Kelce didn't just change girlfriends, he changed lanes completely at the end of the day. He went from 5 years of crazy ups and downs with Kayla Nicole to an engagement with Taylor Swift that broke records and had the whole world watching. For some, that looks like a step up. For some, it feels like the worst betrayal. Some people say that Kayla played herself by holding on too long, but this is the hard truth. Travis picked the woman who would fit into the next part of his life, and to him, Kayla just wasn't the one anymore. That's not sugar-coated. That's how it went down in front of millions. Now the real excitement begins. What's gonna happen next? Is Kayla stuck in the story of being the one who was left behind? Or does she change her story, give herself a new name, and come back even stronger than before? One thing is for sure, this story is far from over because Taylor Swift has so many fans, Travis is a huge star, and Kayla is always throwing shade. The drama is only going to get worse from here. And let's be honest, if the announcement of the engagement broke the internet, just think about how much the wedding will break it. The tea, the drama, and the comparisons are going to make things a total mess at the next level. And you already know that we'll be covering every single detail as it happens. So now I want to hear from you. Did Kayla get hurt, or is this just how love and timing work? Leave your thoughts in the comments because this argument isn't going to stop anytime soon. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to get more exciting news. And I'll see you next.